Hey YouTube, so we're about 30 minutes southeast of Valparaiso, Indiana, way out in the middle of the boondocks. And so this is almost 2 acres here that I bought about 9 or 10 years ago and decided to develop it into a sustainable homestead. So this building you're looking at here is a greenhouse with an attached shed. Also planted well over 100 trees out here, lots of fruit trees and pine trees for a border. But the main attraction is my little passive solar house here. And you can see all the glass on the front, the south side here, which collects the heat from the sun and does a pretty good job of heating the place during the winter when it's sunny. So I didn't really have any experience when I started this project, so it was quite a learning process. So let me take you inside and show you what I've done. I did have a good amount of help from family and friends doing this, which I really couldn't have done it without. So thanks to everybody that helped out. So this is the porch, and now the porch is insulated off from the main living space because it gets very hot in this porch. In the wintertime I've had it up to 120 degrees, believe it or not. And so when that happens, I can just open up the doors to the house, and this the heat in this porch floods the house and heats it. So I've got a couple of solar panels here, which are really just as an emergency backup. I do plan on expanding that system in the future, but so I'll take you inside, show you around a little bit. And so this is the living room, and you can see my little wood stove, which provides the main heat source in the winter when it's not sunny out. And probably the most attractive feature about the house is the wood beams, the 6x6 beams, and the wood ceiling. Now originally this living room had a cathedral, and so the wood ceiling was not here. But after I finished building the house, I realized I needed space for a music studio. So I turned the attic and the cathedral into a second story. So now you can see the very steep staircase here, which goes up into the second story. And the reason for this is because doing this after the fact, there just wasn't room for a regular staircase in here. So far from ideal, but functional. So in here is the kitchen, and not a whole lot to say about the kitchen. Plenty of room for me and one other person. This is really kind of a bachelor's pad. And off the kitchen, we've got the bathroom, one-piece tub and shower here, which I did because I knew that would be the easiest to install. Also have a pantry here, which helps with storage. Since I do grow some of my own food, I wanted plenty of kitchen counter space for food processing. And here's the bedroom, the one bedroom of the house. And again, small room, enough room for a bed and nightstand. I also have a nice big walk-in closet here, which have my dresser and of course my clothes. I also have access to my crawl space in this closet, which is pretty convenient when I need to go down there and do maintenance instead of going outside. And that's pretty much it for the downstairs. I'll take you upstairs and show you what I've done up there. Yeah, the stairs are kind of squeaky, huh? So the upstairs does double as storage area. I do need to put a curtain up here to hide all this storage, but as I said, this is mainly for my music studio. And you can see I've got all of my instruments and equipment for that. And in this room next door, it's kind of dark in here. But this is my actual recording area. So, and we have one other small room next to this one. This is really just a work area. So this is where I do my garden starts and things like that in the wintertime. Now you can see this big opening here. That's basically just to vent the attic. In the future I will put a small window on the other end down here, basically right there, so that I can get a nice cross flow of air through this attic. So that's pretty much it for the upstairs. Now doing the electrical up here was a real challenge because, as I said, it went in after the fact, so I didn't have wiring run for outlets and lights and things like that. So that was a challenge, but I made it work, which is what you have to do. So let me take you out into the garage. And as I said, I built this garage about a year after I moved in because I desperately needed a workshop. So believe it or not, I built this entire garage, which is I believe 16 by 20. I built this garage for about $1,600. And the way I was able to do that is I salvaged a lot of the lumber. I did a post frame type of construction, so more like a pole barn than a garage. And the main savings, of course, was the gravel floor instead of the concrete slab. I also have, of course, an overhead door. But as I said, the main purpose of this garage was for a workshop, and it functions very well in that regard. So that's pretty much it. The other thing I wanted to mention is that the house is super insulated, so it makes a big impact on the energy efficiency. We actually blew in insulation into the walls, what's called dense pack, and that's pretty much it. So I am actually finishing up a book about this whole experience, and it's basically how to build your own house from scratch and escape the rat race. So if that's something you're interested in, just shoot me a message, leave a comment below. If you want to keep up to date on what's going on, you can subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate that. I appreciate the thumbs up on this video, and thanks for taking the time.